Welcome tech lovers, Ibrar here. Today I am going to cover Docker container restart policy with examples. This is the part 12 of Docker 0 to Hero series. I can take guarantee that after watching this video you will become master of it. This is the most important command to work with production environment. Watch video till the end. Devops in Action channel is more focused on Devops in easy way. You always found complexity in simplicity here. Each video's guide is available in video's description. Here will be only action as channel name is Devops in Action. So let's jump to the live without any delay. On my channel, just open GitHub repo and go Docker 0 to Hero series and open day 12. Okay, so here I added all information related to what is Docker restart policy and available restart policy. But before that, let's understand type of policy. There are 4 types of policy available. One is the no, which is the default one, and it will never restart the container automatically once the container exits. Okay, and second one is the always restart the container if it stop, unless stopped and on failure. Okay, so we will see these types of policy in the demo section, and we will discuss these restart policy types as well. Okay, so here you can just understand with the table that this is the restart policy column and this is the row of action which I am going to do. Right, first is the no. This no policy doesn't work in any action. When you go with the no policy, in that case, when you stop Docker container, when you kill Docker container, or application crashes or host reboot, daemon restart, never your container going to start again. Right, this is the useful for init containers, you can say. Right, and second one is the always. In always, after Docker stop it will never start, and after kill it will never start. But yes, it restart when application crashes with the exit code, any you can say non-zero exit code. Right, and after reboot it will restart, and when you restart daemon like Docker service Docker restart, in that case it will restart container. The third one is the unless stop policy. When you use it, Docker stop and Docker kill again not work, but on application crashes it works. Right, on the host reboot and daemon restart, there is some conditional I added here. When you use unless stopped, it restart only if it was running before the host reboot or daemon restart. It means when you use unless stop and your container was in the running state, after that your host rebooted or daemon restarted, in that case Docker will become up after reboot or restart. But when you stop the container and after that you rebooted host or daemon restart, in that case your container will be in a stopped state. Right, and on application crash it will work perfectly. This is for you can say stateful application, like if you are using web server or database server, something like that. And fourth one is the on failure. On failure again doesn't work with the Docker stop, Docker kill, but yes, on application it works with some conditions. So here I added if you stop the container manually, Docker stop, it will never restart or reboot, daemon restart on failure. The Okay, this one indicate that the container restart only if the application exit with non-zero exit code, right? This one, and on host reboot and daemon restart it will not work. So let's understand how restart policy works. When you going to run any docker command, docker container you want to create or run, in that case after you need to add docker restart policy, and after that another options, images, command, arguments, whatever you want to pass you can do, right? So let's see examples of one by one of all of them. So first see the no restart policy. Default behavior is no restart as I explained above, right? So here I added one command, docker run itd name, and I added name no restart, and this is the image I customized for this demo practices. So let's open the terminal and see in action. Okay, so when you start it, right, you can see it is running. This is the similar to below command. Below command is I added again restart policy with the no. If you add restart policy to no, or if you are not adding restart policy to no, both are the same. By default docker run follow no policy. But again, if you want to set your policy, any of them, let's say always, unless stopped, on failure, you can do that, right? Okay. I'm not going to run this one because this is the similar things. Okay, or I can show you if you want. Let me show you first the restart policy. Okay, so I started this container. You can see no restart containers attached restart policy. No, I'm going to just remove this container, and after that I want to run again the second one container. The output will be same because it's follow the same restart policy. You can see here output is the same, right? So both commands are similar. And second one is the restart policy, that is always. So when you set container restart policy to always, docker attempt to restart the container every time it stops. If it is manually stopped regardless of the reason, it is started only docker daemon restart. Here you can see always follow these rules, right? When you stop it, it will not run again. When you kill it, not run again. But on application crash, on host reboot, on daemon restart, we are going to follow 5 practices. 1 2 3 4 5, right? So let's start one by one. Okay, so here I want to just run this container with the name of always, and here you can see one always container running. I am going to remove this one. Okay, only one container is running, and after that I am going to stop it, and let's see it is started or not. After you can see after stopping it, it is still exited, not started again, because the policy is saying that after stopping it will not restart, right? So let's see another example. For that I am going to remove this one again and see, kill it and watch it restart or not. Again you can see here I added the name always and restart policy used always. Okay, so I started container, and after that I kill this container. Once this is killed, and let's see it is started again or not. You can see here it's in still exited status, so it is not going to start again, right, as per the rule, as per the table, right? So let's see application crash one. Let's see this example. Okay, for that I'm going to, let's say, remove this container again, and I'm running the same container again, and let's see restart count first. There is no restart count, you can see here, right, because it's not restarting. And if you run this command, it will showing that it is up from 13 seconds, right? Okay, you can see 24 seconds done. Now I want to crash this application, so I'm going to exec always container. I'm killing the main PID of 1, right? So I'm killing this container, and when you inspect this restart count, you can see here 1. It means it restarted the container based on, you can see here it's up 11 seconds before, and it is running, right? Docker ps simply, you can see here it is running, right? So based on this table, you can see on application crash it is started, right? This is very good for production environment. Again, we will see the use this kind of policy in production in this chapter in the last, right? So let's clean the container again. Let's see what happened when daemon restart. Okay, so I created container, and let's see container status. So it is up and running from 5 seconds, and I'm going to restart my daemon. So when we restart the daemon, and after that you can check that your application is running or not. You can see here it is again running from the 8 seconds ago, right? So after daemon restart, when you are going to use always restart policy, in that case when you restart Docker, your service will be up, right? So let's clean this one and see the next one after reboot what happened. Okay, so I created the container again, and you can see here that this is running, right? Okay, and I want to reboot my system. Okay, so I'm going to reboot this one. So you can see here system is rebooted. I'm waiting for system to come up, and after that I will run again the docker ps command to check our container is running or not with the restart policy, right? So I'm pressing Ctrl Shift P to reopen this terminal. Okay, here it is started, and I'm going to check my container is running or not. Docker ps, you can see here it is up and running after reboot as well, right? So I'm cleaning it again, and we'll summarize in the last, right? So with the always, it will not work with the stop or kill, but work with the application crash, host reboot, and daemon restart. When you use restart policy, consider this in your mind, right? So let's see another example that is unless stopped. Unless stop policy tells Docker to keep restarting the container until a developer or administrator forcibly stop it, right? It is similar to always, understand, it is similar to always, but it respect intentional stop. It not restarted even after docker daemon restart. So understand this chart again here. Unless stop will work with the similar, so I'm not going to do practical same again and again. But here I added one star here, so read this one. Okay, restart only if it was running before. When you use unless stop, it means it will start again when it was running. So when it will restart during the host reboot, during the daemon restart, right? And if you are not rebooting your system or daemon, then it will restart when your application crashes. So there are three possibilities: host reboot and daemon restart. But again, in that case, your container must be running. In that case, it will restart. Otherwise, if your container is in stopped state or killed state, then it will not restart after host reboot or daemon restart, right? Application crash is always work with running state, right? So let's see. Here you can see similar you can pass restart policy as unless stopped. Okay, so see this in action, and when you stop it, then it will not work with the daemon restart and host reboot, but always work with the application crash, right? So the next one is the fourth one, on failure. It is basically conditional restart based on the exit code. So what it does, on failure work with when you docker stop. In that case, docker never come up again until you start it manually. When you kill it, never start again until you make it up manually. But yes, application crisis works. How it works, you can see here. The container restart only if application exit with non-zero exit code. If it exit with zero code, in that case it will not restart again, right? You can set your init containers on failure as well, based on your requirement. In production environment, there are a lot of scenario happens, so basically we require all these options to use it, right? On host reboot, it never restart, and daemon restart never work. So only work with the application crashes with non-zero exit code. So again, let's see with the non-zero exit code, right? So let's see, I am starting this container, and container running with the name of failure, right? So I am going to crash this container, right? You can see here I terminated, and let's see container is running or not. I terminated with the non-zero exit code. That's the reason it's restarted again, right? So when you check the restart count, you can see here, you can get restart count of name mismatch done. Okay, it's restarted one time. Again, I'm going to kill it again, and it will restart again. So let's count. Restart. So when it is exiting, the count will be increasing, right? So again, I'm doing crash, and you can see here. This is very helpful for stateful applications. So let's see container restart policy, how I'm working with in production environment. I am sharing my experience. So here you can check one container restart policy, right? Here is 2 containers, so I'm going to check container restart policy one by one. I want to know which container policy applied to this container. You can see here on the failure is unless, and let's see in another one on unless. Unless follow the unless stopped, right? But if you have multiple containers in your environment, in that case you cannot check one by one. For that, the another command is you can check with the all containers restart policy. Here you can see container name adds its follow which policy, right? Similar to if you want to update your restart policy to any container, you can do it. Right now I have 2 container, so I want to update policy of failure as no. So when you check again, you can see I updated failure to no. I want to again check change policy to always, and after that once you check, you can see here it's changed to always, right? Similar, you can change any policy, you can check all containers policy, you can check single containers policy, you can do whatever you want. And if you want to update all containers policy as no, as always, then you can do in single command. Let's say I am going to set all containers to no restart policy. When I am going to check, you can see here all policies showing no. Similar, I can set to always as well if my all containers is following no policy, right? This is very helpful. Sometimes it's happened that multiple containers is running with no restart policy, and you want to set all of them to always policy, then you can do it, okay? And similar to set update restart always, this is the same command which I showed here, right? And after that you can just verify that your container is running with which policy, right? So after this lab, I want to clean up my lab. I want to clean all the running and exited container. You can see here all the containers go. So how you choose the which restart policy is best for you? So here I added some information for you. Development and production. So in development environment, you might prefer no to debug issue, but when you go in production environment, then use always or non-failure could be more appropriate, okay? So I mostly use always in my case based on my application requirement. And there is the on failure. So on failure you can use I added differentiate here, stateful vs stateless. Stateless containers can often use always. So in my case, let's say which is not writing some information on the disk, or there is no value mounted, in that case I use always, okay? That is very good. But when you use stateful containers, in that case always use on failure based on your requirement. Basically this doesn't follow the exact rule. This is the basically application requirement. When your application required on failure, you can set all on failure, either you can set always. It's totally up to you. There is some dependence service. For this that container you can set on failure, and you can set all and no policy. I am following these two in my production grade applications, right? Here is some best practices for you. Use always for critical services, should never go down unless stop for service that won't auto restart but still able to manually shut down. on failure for short-lived job or script. Avoid no unless you are doing of testing or containers. I recommend always prefer official documentation, because based on new release they add some more, they deprecate some existing commands, you can say, or features. So always prefer to see official documentation, because when you watch this maybe after 1 year or 2 year, then there are a lot of changes done. In that case this will be maybe not good fit for you, right? And you can connect with me and fork this repo, which is helpful for you, right? So that's it for today. I hope you like it, and let me know what you guys think. If you have any question, leave a comment. Thank you very much. Have a nice day ahead. See you in the next video.